Audio Jungle.
Hello guys, this is Icy Blue 487 and this is another one of my vlogs. Looking at the video right now, you're basically seeing my time spent in Photoshop working on my visual novel backgrounds. This is actually the second to last image needed for my visual novel, which is pretty cool. Although not actually a game in a traditional sense, it's still a lot of sitting down and making sure that I dedicate myself to coloring and drawing and making these like images and sprites for a visual novel. So I'm quite happy. Anyways, I know a few weeks ago in one of my progress videos is that I mentioned that I was going to have a job in Photoshop. I was very excited. Unfortunately, when I got to actually work at the job, working in Photoshop definitely did not happen, which is odd because the hiring managers did ask me how familiar I was with Photoshop. I'm very familiar, not advanced, but extremely familiar. And their program that I was using was definitely not Photoshop, no layers. What basically I was using the pen and I was swiping the pen over like areas in like a photograph that seemed dirty. And the tool that was within this program would basically clean up the dirty areas and make the photo clean, and definitely not what I had in mind from the job descriptions. And what made things even worse, I still attempted to work there. What made things even worse was that the program that I was using supposedly was supposed to be far better than the program that the company was using a year before. And no, it was not. The manager is saying it was far more sluggish, which put people behind on work, which meant longer hours. So what was supposed to be 40 hours a week turned into 58 hours a week. And I am so glad to be gone from that job. Speaking of graphic design jobs, last week I got about like 2 graphic design job interviews, which surprised me because I was beginning to think there are hardly any graphic design positions available in my area. Yeah, I definitely could do the majority of everything that the hiring managers were asking me to do for those jobs, but unfortunately, with a lot of graphic design jobs, at least the one I went to, it's not just the ability to do everything that the hiring manager requires you to do on that job. They also want you to be able to fit in with everyone. And of course, I don't know, I pretty much just tend to go to work and do my job and get out. I don't try to be mean or anything like that. Someone speaks to me, I'll speak to them. Other than that, I'm pretty much to myself. Normal complaints I get when I work at a job is that, "Oh, Tiffany, don't be so loud." You know, that's sarcasm. So, I don't know. I'm beginning to look at other things other than graphic design jobs. I'm now looking more into IT, even though I suck at help desk. I realized that at my last help desk job, but I definitely got to do it. I definitely got to get the money to get out of this house and get my apartment and just be happy. But I really do love working in Photoshop, if y'all can tell from the video that's in the background right now. I'm actually looking into a website called patreon.com. It's pretty much crowdfunding. It's like, the way they explained it is you find like your favorite artists or vlogger or let's player, whatever. There's all kinds of people up there on Patreon, and you give them like money. You donate a certain amount to them like each month. I'm actually on my on their account, I'm actually donating like $4 a month to the Completionists. It's he's pretty much a dude that likes to complete games and makes videos and kind of like reviews about the games that he 100%. He's pretty cool, pretty creative, and pretty funny. I would like to make a Patreon someday for Icy Blue 487, and that way, pretty much for whoever likes my channel, if they want to, they can donate money to me, and I'll give back like rewards, like commissions and stuff like that. The ideas that I have for that Patreon is definitely a work in progress, and I won't be doing the Patreon for maybe like 2 or 3 years, but it's definitely something that I like to think about in the future, because I like to do some kind of like artwork and put it online and have people be happy to see it and stuff like that. I don't know what I'm saying. I'll make things clearer eventually. Anyways, that's all that I like to talk about. I just had like some things on my mind, having to seek IT jobs instead, because they're all over my state. There's no shortage of IT jobs at my state. Unfortunately, I don't like talking to people. I don't like helping out strangers as much as I should with like their problems, I guess. Anyways, have a nice day, guys.